Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay, guys, sorry about that. Another technical glitch. I don't know what happened there. Sorry about that, guys. You can hear me now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. I'm just trying to find out where my co-hosts are on the screen. I can't see them on the screen, Buddykins. Can you have a look at the layout?
You can only do it if we're live.
Okay. All right, guys, I'll start again. Welcome to Metaverse Masterminds, brought to you by the Bureau of Forefront. This is episode 5, dated 29th of September 2023. Now, there's a slight difference to this broadcast. This broadcast is more of a AMA session where we're just going to chat about everything that's happened this week, which most of you know has been the rollout of the targeted financial assistance packs within Dalversal, which we consider to be extremely important. So we've put everything else on hold so that we can answer anybody's questions regarding the TFA rollout. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that Winnie has got a webcam on. Are you there, Winnie? That's it. Now I can see you. I was wondering where all my hosts were because there was nothing showing on the screen. That's better. There we are. There we are. We're popping up now. Okay, welcome Winnie and Buddykins, who have gifted their presence this evening. Good evening, everybody in the chat box. If you'd like to just drop us a note, let us know that you're here. Let us know where you're coming in from to watch this live stream this evening. So good evening, Winnie. How are you?
Hi, Kev. Well, I'm quite tired actually, a bit frazzled from this week. I bet
Absolutely.
you are. I mean, I haven't even been doing what I know you've been crazy busy, but yeah, got a head full of TFA.
Well, I'm expecting all you guys to keep me awake. I don't want to nod off this evening. I'm very sleep deprived, I think,
I bet you are, yeah.
with everything that's going on. But it's all good stuff. Good evening, Mila. It's great to see you in the chat box there too. Yes, Winnie, it's been an absolute crazy week. We've had a lot going on. And with the TFA rollout, as you guys may know, I've been busy doing bite-sized tutorials to help people along with progressing in Dalversal, because it is quite a lot to take on board. So thanks for the quick hi, Winnie. Quick hi from Buddykins. How are you, Buddykins? You all doing well? Give us a quick wave to the audience.
I'm all good.
Yeah, she's all good. That's great. Who have we got here? Yanga and Star Cookie and Mila. Awesome. Anybody else would like to drop us a line in the chat box? Let us know where you're coming from and where you're from. If you've got any questions that you would like to put to the panel this evening, please drop them in the chat box because we're open to any questions, more specifically regarding the TFA, the Targeted Financial Assistance Pack that's been rolled out this week. So, Winnie, how have you got on with the TFA? I mean, me personally, we got gifted the lucky position of being able to get the TFA Plus, and I activated mine, I think it was 2 days ago, and we was lucky enough because it was active within just over 24 hours. But we was one of the first to be able to activate, I think, because I do believe it's somewhere between 24 and 48 hours now. Am I right?
It seems to be, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and that's nothing unusual, to be fair, because we're looking at a global rollout here. There is no, preference or anything. I think they're rolling it out for everybody, so it is going to be, quite an achievement to be able to, do this in such a short space of time. Okay, I'm getting messages all over here. Yes, we are live, guys. Yeah, we are live. It was a little bit of an audio hiccup to start off with, but we're all good to go now. Good evening, Bail Organa. Great to see you in the chat box. And like I say, any questions, just add them to the chat box and we'll address them as they come in. So, yeah, Winnie, did you manage to get activated okay? And, give us a bit of your experience. What did you find? Did you find it easy to fathom out? Because there's no manual, is there?
No. Well, it was pretty straightforward. Yeah, there was a bit of a kind of tension the first day, wasn't there? Because it didn't happen for about 24 hours. We could see things appearing in our back office, and then eventually we could actually transfer. But yeah, really, you just got to make sure you transfer it to the right account with the right address, and it was straightforward. It took about maybe a couple of days for the recharge or the charging up to appear.
Mm-hmm.
But then, and I didn't see where it was at first, but I'd seen. I mean, I just put my cursor somewhere, and it was all pretty straightforward. And then when you log in, it brings up all your rewards, so you just have to click collect and then charge. That's an important thing, isn't it? We have to collect them, and then we have to use them to charge up the TFA.
That's right. And that's the thing that really got me, because I bought the TFA pack. That was fairly straightforward because we'd sort of been instructed on how that would work. We would have to purchase the 5K package, the pack A. So we already knew that we couldn't buy pack B or pack C. So obviously, when it arrived and we could move our DC over to the account, I straight away went to purchase pack A. And then obviously, I went to recharge and it didn't recharge. And I thought, am I doing everything right? It's because we don't get a manual. And it's like I said, this has always been the case, but it's the best way to learn, I think. So I left it, and I kept logging back in and having a look and thought, scratching my head and saying, am I doing everything right? And then the next day, I logged back in, tried to recharge, and something was saying I'm not doing it right, because I was looking at my rewards and looking at my charge, and it wouldn't let me charge. So I thought, oh, well, I'll leave it and look for a bit of advice, see if anybody else had the same issue. And then when I collected my daily rewards, it allowed me to recharge. And I thought, well, you dummy, of course, because it stands to reason, doesn't it? If you think about it, it's not going to know how many DP points you've allocated. It's got to calculate the system. It's got to calculate what the activity is for your daily rewards. Because if you think about it, it could change from day to day, more so in the future when you've got a downline active. When your market rewards start working properly, which is something I'll come into in a few minutes, but it stands to reason. It's clear that it's a daily activity, so it's got to work out how many DP points you're allocated for every day. So it's not going to let you charge up until you claim your rewards. And that's the bit that sent me off track. Now, whether that was because my head was full of other things going on at the same time, or whether it was just me having one of those moments, So, yeah, did that catch you out, Winnie?
It did, yeah. It did. I was just thinking that, well, they want us to be active, so I guess it's also a way of that we can't go into, what's the word, auto drive. We have to engage and think, it's an extra bit of engaging with it and remembering what to do and trying to understand what it's doing. So yeah, I did it, and I didn't fully understand what I'd done until afterwards, and now you're explaining it. But that's, well, some of us are like that. I also quite like reading manuals, and I know some people do work that way too. So it's great that you've done all these tutorials for people. Fantastic.
It's good.
Ooh, look.
Oh, we've got
Hello.
I was thinking that would bring me and Winnie side by side, but hi, Sarah. It's good to have you on board.
I want to do that thing where I push her.
Yeah. There we
Yeah.
are. That's okay. There we are. Yes, I was just about to mention it's good to be a clicker. That's the way I see it. You know, click about. There's only one thing that I will say: don't click redeem. Okay. We must add that bit. We must add that bit. You know, don't redeem any of your land plots, okay, unless you're absolutely sure you know what you're doing, because we don't want anybody to lose out of those golden moments of claiming your daily rewards of your plots. Oh, good evening, Leon. Sorry I didn't see you there, sir. Hope you're having a good evening. And yeah, Winnie's replied. So Leon's coming in from Facebook. That's great. So that shows that is working too. So yeah, I'm just having a look here. We've got viewers coming in from our Bureau of Forefront Metaverse Masterminds Facebook page. We've got viewers coming in live from Metaverse Masterminds YouTube channel and from our Bureau of Forefront YouTube channel too. So that's great to have people coming in from those three platforms. We're actually live on Twitter and Telegram too, and we're looking at extending this into the metaverse once MySpace becomes live. So we've got more, you know, fantastic innovations coming in the near future. Okay. So yeah, like I said, when it comes to clicking, that's the way we learned. And I think the one thing that surprised me, and I didn't even find this till day 2, was the bar, the progress bar, on one of your screens. When you click on your TFA package, it shows you how much more you have to get to your 30%. Which is when you can start to withdraw some of your funds. How are you feeling and doing today so far? I pray that you're having a super day on purpose today. Much love. Absolutely, Leon, and the same back to you, sir. We're having an absolutely stupendous day. It's been a grand day, albeit an exciting and very busy day. We have been on Zoom with corporate today, and obviously we'll have a bureau meeting, possibly Sunday after evening, just to give everybody an update on everything that's happened there. But all good, fantastic, moving into the future with a fantastic road plan ahead. So yeah, absolutely busy, not really had time to put much of a script together for this program, but I'm sure with Winnie on board and whatever, and you know, chats in the chat group coming through, we'll have plenty to talk about. That's awesome, Leon. Excellent to hear. So yeah, Winnie, the progress bar, we're still learning, because when I'm on 0.2% as a TFA plus member, and today I had to double check because it said my release rate was 0.4%. And I thought, how's that happened? I'm a TFA plus, not a 2 times TFA plus. But it looks like what it does, it adds it up. Because it's 2 days, it's 2 times 0.2%. And it looks like what it does, it adds it up till it gets to 30%, and then it starts the withdrawal. So like I say, this is something that I'll be looking into, making another bite-size tutorial video on that. Because what we do, now this is something that Sergeant Deborah brought to our attention with King Ben Masiko, let me get his title right, is the African Region Representative. Now, we've been speaking with them, and what we're going to be doing is working with the African community, and we're going to be providing small bite-sized tutorials to help them and assist them moving forward at a speed where they can do it at their own speed, rather than doing big tutorials all at once. Because even myself, you know, sometimes I look at tutorial and I rewind it right back to the beginning, because none of it's sunk in whatsoever. So, you know, up to now, have you watched any of these new ones yet, Winnie? Any of the new tutorials? Have you found them helpful?
The ones you've done, yes, absolutely, yeah. And you've just reminded me about because I studied psychology at university many years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the things they taught us during our lectures, which were 40 minutes long, they said studies have shown that most of us can only concentrate for 20 minutes at a time. So after 20 minutes, I switched off, of course. But I find these little, I mean, they're quite dense, but they're short. The things, as you say, bite size.
They've got to be focused.
Really
That's what I've found. They've got to be focused. Star Cookie, I really appreciate that feedback. Tutorials are invaluable, Kev. Thanks. Absolutely, yeah. This is one of the strengths of the Bureau, because what we do, we're not one mind, we're a team of minds together. And we discuss this and say, right, what can we do collectively to assist the global community? This isn't about what is good for us. This is what's good for everybody. What do we think that everybody can benefit from? And tutorials has got to be one of the first, okay? I mean, don't get me wrong, the company are doing some fantastic tutorials as well, but sometimes it's best to do it from the perspective of a member rather than a corporate. Sometimes it's best to do it because I've got a very basic account with literally one. Now there's two Stone Age plots. So I can do my tutorials from the perspective of, to begin with, it was a passive member. Now what I'm looking at is building that account up as we progress. So for those members that were passive, some people don't want to be passive, they want to move on. That's going to be ideal for that sort of member, because I can show in my tutorials how to take those baby steps and say, okay, this is the next step that I'm looking at. I mean, the last one I did was a basic step up from being a passive member and saying, okay, then I want to speed my TFA up. Yeah, I don't want to wait, 200 days. I want to try and shorten that release time. So what can I do? I don't want to put a lot of money in, but what can I do? So I thought a tutorial just to show what the action of purchasing a Stone Age plot, a plot of land on a Stone Age planet, should I say, for $10. I mean, it's not, it's not going to speed it up by, days and days and days. It's going to show the effectiveness of what that does, just as a baby step. And then what I did, I said, okay, that's what a $10 plot does. So what would a $100 plot do? Okay, it's not to encourage people to put thousands on the platform, but it's just to educate them and show them the difference between a $10 plot and a $100 plot. And the next tutorials we'll be looking at will be the bronze and the iron, because obviously that is a bigger, wider educational level, because then you're looking into your downlines and how they can assist you build on that. So yeah, I think that was a good starting point, Winnie, to helping people look, because I've had a few people saying, yeah, I was going to stay passive, but I think I want to speed it up a little bit. Now the reason for that is because it's been fairly successful rollout. There's been no major hiccups, so they're gaining confidence already. Have you seen that? Have you experienced that?
Yeah. Yes. Well, you mean in the TFA, the way the TFA is working? Actually.
Yeah. People seem really surprised that it's rolled out and there's not that many hiccups with it.
No. Do you have any idea how many? Well, I wonder how many accounts there are how many packages have been bought. That'd be really interesting to know.
What's that? The TFA packs?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll see if I can find that out. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
I think people, I think people may be getting a little bit, looking at things a little bit too fast, because if members recall, what the company did was, for those people that were actively purchasing plots and generating rewards, they did say that those rewards would be calculated and rewarded to those members on the 2nd of October. So I've had many members messaging saying, I'm not getting the right amount of rewards. I'm only getting my daily. So I'm having to remind them. I says, look back at the TFA initiative. Look at the rules and regulations behind that. I said, I believe you won't be getting them until the 2nd of October.
Yes, I think you're right. Yeah.
I'm trying to keep up with the chat this week because I often get busy talking and the chat's gone and I've, missed so many messages, and I don't want to leave our community out. They're very valuable to us. So let me just address Yanga. I've seen those tutorials, indeed very helpful, nice and short. Absolutely, Yanga, and I'm pleased that you're getting good use out of them, and thank you for the feedback. Leon's put, yes, let's build your future. For those who can see, let them witness. Absolutely, that's right. And I think you're in good hands when you've got people like ourselves, Winnie, Leon, Buddykins, myself, Meng. Is Sergeant Meng in yet? No. We're going to have to give him a whistle and see if he's around. He's maybe forgotten what time it is. Buddykins, can I request that you put a shout out for Sergeant Meng, see if he's free, because I could do with a valuable input from him this evening. We want to get our valuable community members involved in these broadcasts as well. So going back to that TFA rollout, yes, people need to remember that the additional rewards will be showing up on the 2nd of October. And I think that's a good thing, because obviously it would be a lot easier to roll out the TFA if it's only the basic rollout. All the additional rewards, it'll give that chance for the rollout to continue smoothly. Leon's link is acting up again. Okay, is that the link to get into the studio, Leon? Don't know why Leon's having this problem to get in. I don't know. I'll try and get Buddykins to send you the link. Can you send Leon a link to the studio? I don't know why it should be the same. Okay, mate, we'll try and sort that out. Let's get you in here. So like I say, I think it's a wise move that corporate have done there to roll out the TFA, basic rollout first, and then add the generative rewards to that on the 2nd of October. So yeah, nice one, Leon. Hopefully we'll see Leon on the panel in a couple of minutes. So yeah, anything else to add to that, Winnie, about the rollout? I think the rollout was smooth. I do believe some members still haven't activated their TFA yet, so I do believe the rollout is still going on. Is that correct?
I think so, yeah, from what I can see from the messages. Yeah. Something I was just going through earlier, because I was interested. I was going through the FRA group, and I was interested. I thought, I mean, this seems like this has taken weeks and months, but actually it's amazing how much has happened in a short space of time, because the FRA group was set up in May. I wrote this down. The first mention of Diversal was July, the beginning of July, which is only July, August, September. It's only 2 months ago, isn't it? 3 months ago, almost. And then the TFA we first heard about was August the 13th. And now it's been launched just over a month afterwards.
No way.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, I think that's pretty amazing, really.
Winnie, can you do me a favour? Can you go through them stats again? Because do you know what?
Absolutely.
I didn't realise that. And that is one awesome achievement. So just run that by the audience again.
Sure. So in May, you set up the FRA group. That's when we were looking at the Satoshi AI FRA. And then
So that was before Dalversal was on the scene, is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. So that nobody had
Okay.
heard of Dalversal, so we were all focused on the FRA.
Okay.
And that went on until, and then it was around July the 4th. There was a post, and that was the first mention of Dalversal. There was a post saying that Satoshi and Dalversal had joined together,
Okay.
were collaborating.
I'm jotting these down because this is a significant milestone.
It is,
Absolutely. And thank you for doing these stats, because, you know, the viewers can get a far better picture of this now. I think this is important. It really is important that, you know, viewers look at the platform, and let's face it, this platform is solid. It's a really good foundation that we're heading into. And what you're describing here is a fantastic achievement. So from the 4th of July, we've got the mention of Dalversal. Go ahead.
That's right. And then I think the TFA was first presented, their first announcement was on August the 13th.
So that was only 6 weeks ago.
Only 6 weeks ago. Which
no way.
I know. I mean, I'll have to check that. But it is. I double checked it because I couldn't believe how quickly it was. I was thinking when people post in the main group and they go, oh, they could have done it this way and that way. And I thought, well,
it's always easy.
Like
it's always easy.
Try.
Yeah.
But also, how quickly have they done it? I mean,
okay, ladies and gentlemen, you can just 1 second. Who? All right, just a second. Can you take over for 1 second, Winnie?
Sure. Yeah. Great. Yes. So FRA group was created in May. The first mention of Dalversal was July the 4th. The first mention of the TFA was August the 13th. And then the first release of the TFA was this week on the 25th of September, which is, July, August, September, October, 3 months, within 3 months. It's all happened.
That was the launch, wasn't it? The 25th.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Now this will go towards a nice article from the Bureau. Now, what I was just going to say, sorry about that quick intermission there. I was just checking out a technical problem in the back office. This will go towards a nice article from the Bureau, because I think this is significant. And may I say, ladies and gentlemen, this is why Private Winnie Skibbs is part of the Bureau, okay? Because people like us, we take a deep interest and understanding with the platform that we're in, and we like to analyze everything and, you know, look at the reality of what we're involved in. I mean, Winnie's just explained here, the box keeps popping up in front of me. Winnie's just explained the roadmap of how the FRA turned into the TFA, and before we know it, we're actually live and, you know, starting to recharge our TFA packs. And I've got to admit, Winnie, you've surprised me, because even myself, you know, obviously been involved with other things over the last week or two, but that is remarkable. It's a remarkable achievement with everything else that has been rolling out at the same time. And let's not forget, I do believe Jonas said in the town hall Dalversation, which was 2 weeks ago now, I believe, that it's only two to 3 months away where they're going to introduce MySpace. I mean, is there any stopping to these guys? You know, fantastic timeline there. Dalversal has done really well, and absolutely. And what I can say, I've been on a Zoom call this afternoon with 2 members of corporate from Dalversal, and what I can say is that it's extremely important to mention that the success of Dalversal also comes from the members too. Okay. Now, this is instrumental to explain the reason behind this. In order for Dalversal to iron out bugs, for instance, you know, like with the TFA rollout, if you're not receiving TFA Plus when it should be, when you're not receiving TFA Plus and you're only getting the basic standard rate, for instance, it's really important that we work with them and report that to them, not just you know, come online and moan about it in the chat box to other members. You know, we've got to follow the right routes, because ultimately that's what we're here for. We are the pioneers of Dalversal, you know. So what we're doing a fantastic job in assisting them to do exactly what Winnie's just pointed out. Okay, so a big round of applause and recognition for the active members that are, you know, doing that with us. Okay, on the road and data acting up now. Oh, Leon, you're not having a good time there, buddy. So his link wasn't working, his data's messing about, he's on mobile. So okay,
yeah, we
so,
are the beta testers, as you said it before. We're the beta testers. That's what we're doing, isn't it?
we are absolutely. And I think, I mean, this will be recognised much more over the next 6 months to a year when, let me bring me back up, when people realise how much education they're learning at such an early stage of this ecosystem. Okay. Now, I know many people. In fact, I'm gonna say it, because I do believe the member is in here. Let me just roll back through the chat box. You are Baylor Garner. Okay. Baylor Garner, give me a thumbs up in the chat box if you're here. And I'll tell you why. Hopefully Baylor Garner's still watching this live stream this evening. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that in this afternoon's Zoom call, certain members were mentioned. Baylor Garner, thank you. Okay. I would like to tell you, you can't find the emoji. Okay, so thumbs up will do fine. Okay, thumbs up, mate. Okay, certain members have been mentioned in our Zoom call with corporate today. Okay, because we go through many different conversations with management, including members of the communities, members of our groups and so forth. And Baylor Garner, I've got to say that your name was brought up. Okay, now that was because we were mentioning the effectiveness of how our groups are enlightening and educating members of the group. Okay. Now, we explained why we don't DM members, okay, because obviously cloned accounts and so forth create uncertainty, insecurity, and it's a scammer's paradise if people DM others, okay. Now, we also mentioned that when people discuss problems and resolutions to problems within the ecosystem, everybody learns. And I actually discussed this with Sergeant Meng and Sergeant Deborah, who was also in the call with corporate, and we actually mentioned you, Baylor Garner, as one of the significant members in our group who was leading the way and doing an absolute sterling job, because your actions, sir, reflect the very mirror image of what the Bureau want to be able to help the members with. Okay. You are doing a sterling job by doing everything that you're doing. We've noticed a significant increase in your activity within the group. Yeah. So Winnie, rather than you type in that. Would you like to add that? Because I think Bail Organa's doing a fantastic job, don't you?
I do. Yes, I just noticed this today. Actually, I was having the same thought. Like, this is, yeah, yes, helping
Absolutely.
people, explaining really well. Because I think Bail works as a teacher, don't you? I think you've told us that,
Yeah,
which
that's right.
yeah, and
That's right.
it's great to see members helping other members, and it expands basically. So it's not all about coming from us, that members are helping each other.
Absolutely. And that's right, a maths tutor, that's right. And
Okay.
it's like I explained, this isn't about us teaching people to just turn to us, because unfortunately we haven't got 24/7 time to sit with every member and lead them individually. I said the way we work is we empower members. We empower members not only to learn themselves, but to help their fellow neighbours or their family or friends. That's the way we work, rather than hold that and expect people just to turn to us. We don't want that. We don't want that. Our mission in this ecosystem is to enlighten others and empower others so that they can make their own choices. They can help each other. And if some of these questions that members put in the group, to some members can seem so simple, but that doesn't matter. Help those members out. If it's simple to you, it might be really complex to them. My brother's the same, bless him. He's coming on in leaps and bounds in the crypto area because of this channel, because of what we do here. He's picking things up, and I hope he does really well in the Metaverse Metaverse. Yeah, he's looked at this, and he seems to be able to work better when he's hands-on rather than reading a document. And I found that a lot. I mean, PDF documents are good, white papers are great. I always love disseminating everything in a white paper, but when it comes down to it, I'm a clicker. I love clicking buttons. So that's the best way to learn, don't you think, Winnie?
Yeah, absolutely. And also what you said about people doing in the group is great, because it's other people can learn from it. The one-to-one is really we don't have the time for it. It takes a lot of time and patience, and so it's great for other people to see and learn from. Yeah, it's great. I wanted to give a shout out to Mila, because I know Mila has been
Absolutely.
she is she's out there. She's very busy at the moment, so she hasn't been able to do this, but she has been fantastic with this in the past, and we may see her again doing this. She has incredible patience with people, so
She has,
I'm ready
absolutely.
to-
And we do recognize individual members as well. Excuse me.
yes, you're really good at that, Kev. I have to say, I see you doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mila's had a tough few weeks, okay? And all I'm going to say regarding this is, Mila, we're thinking of you, and any time that you want to reach out to any of us at the Bureau, we're here for you. And we're looking forward to, when you're feeling up to it, you're more than welcome to come on the show and have a chat with us, okay? So big hugs out there to Mila, and that goes to anybody who's struggling at the moment, because we do understand that, there's a life outside of the metaverse that people have to, endure, if you like. We try and make the metaverse as happy as possible and as easy as possible, but we don't ignore the fact that real life kicks in as well. I mean, I've got a lifelong health condition that I have to deal with daily, and my wife has to deal with me daily with that as well. These are the things that, we do have to acknowledge. And in the Bureau of Forefront, we're realists. We look at the real aspect of, what we are here as a global community. This is not just about the metaverse, which brings me back. My memory's kicking in now.
Yeah.
We do have a member that hasn't come back to us yet. We will have to make sure that we connect up with, come on, Winnie. Alice. That's right, Alice. I did see her online the other day, actually, but I was so busy I couldn't take the time to contact her and have a conversation. So we are going to have to hit up with Alice and see if she's willing to come on the show, because Alice is someone who's already in the metaverse in another area, but what she wants to highlight and discuss with us as the Metaverse Masterminds community, she wants to discuss the connection between the digital world and the real world, like the metaverse and real world. And I think it's important that we do address that as well. So yeah, big shout out for Mila, and let's not forget the people in the real world that are still out there. Yeah, and we've still acknowledged them. So over to you, Winnie. What do you want to talk about next? There's no real script for tonight, but we've got plenty to talk about.
Yes, what was I going? Well, yes, I've just got a head full of TFA, haven't I? That's all. I can't think of anything else except TFA at the moment, really. And just and just that there are other people as well helping out, and we noticed that, and just the more the merrier. It's really good. I know. I was thinking about I was thinking about MySpace, because I see it's kind of like Zoom, isn't it? Maybe it's going to take over from Zoom. It's what Zoom is, which with the 15 people being able to join and meet up, and so I was thinking about that, because I hadn't really been able to get my head around what it is or what it might be.
Okay, I did get a reply from tech support, like I was saying earlier. Yes, it is possible to take the Metaverse Masterminds broadcast into the metaverse. They're going to work with me regarding that. So that's fantastic news. Yes, it is based on very similar to Zoom. Okay. To broadcast this station within the metaverse is more complex. Okay. It's not the average MySpace. Okay. But me and my technical brain is more tuned into that side of things. So I am willing to work with them on that and be able to bring this superb broadcast show, this weekly show, into the metaverse, because that's where we want to be, guys. We want to be in there. I would rather be broadcasting this in the metaverse rather than YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and what have you. But we're not going to stop that. We're still going to be broadcasting across the web to social media platforms. Okay. So even though we will be extending this into the metaverse as soon as we can, we won't be stopping that in the Web 2 arena either. I did have somebody ask me about Twitch earlier on and see if we could extend it to a Twitch channel as well. So this is maybe something I will look into. It won't be for a couple of weeks, but I will need to know whether that's going to be worthwhile or not. I don't want to be putting too much effort into something if it's not going to be beneficial for the viewers, for the members. Okay, I understand Twitch to be more of a gaming platform, but hey ho, if a member's asked me, then I will research that and see whether that's going to be beneficial to the global community. Okay, Winnie, Star Cookie 1980. Do you know what? I love these names, and I should know.
Name, isn't it?
I should know who they are. I think I do know most of them, but please forgive me. My head has got more members' names in than the telephone directory. So if I talk to you as though I don't know you, please excuse me. I probably do. Okay, but Star Cookie.
Oh, of course, it's because people have different names on them.
Do you see what I mean? Okay,
yeah, I forgot.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
that's right. Has everyone moved all assets over from Hyperverse and Hypernation to Dalversal? What a fantastic question.
It is a good
What a
question.
fantastic question. I'm going to cover this. In the group, some people only moved assets from one of them and bought the TFA package. Okay. Hand pink waving.
Hand pink waving. That means
Now, I can't see the hand pink waving, but it says actually hand pink waving.
I wondered
My
what
hand's
that
not pink, but I'm going to wave anyway. So I'll give you a good thumbs up for that one. Okay, B. Right, let me highlight that next question because that's a good one. And I think that should show. There we are. There's the question. That's a better way of doing it. Right. Has everyone moved all assets over from Hyperverse and Hypernation to Dowversal? In a word, no.
Mm-hmm.
In the group, some people only moved assets from one of them and bought the TFA package. Okay, right. This is an absolute diverse question. There is no real answer to anybody's situation. But I'll go through what my perspective is, and then Winnie can have her say on it as well. Okay. My Hyperverse account had the majority of my assets in because obviously it's the older account that generated more. Okay. So that one was clear to utilize the TFA Plus that I was granted with to put those two together. Okay. The HPT tokens in that account, I moved enough over to be able to purchase the bronze and the iron land plots so that I could utilize 10%, so that I saved a little bit of assets, a little bit of USDT or DU in this case, so that I took advantage of that 10%. Now, this is the key bit that I'm not telling you this is right or wrong, but this is my perspective. So clearly all the pendings have to go over, okay, to use as a TFA. Nobody can move a little bit, or, you know, you can't share it with your friends or anything like that. It's all or nothing. Now you can send that to any Dowversal account, but it's got to be all or nothing, okay? So that's your pending. It's all got to go or stay where it is. Now your HPT, like I said, I've been asked this question a million times, and there is no right and wrong answer. But my perspective is this. Say, for instance, I don't know the exact amount, but say, for instance, I have 2,000 HPT in that account. I clearly don't need that much to purchase land plots. So the way I thought about this is, okay, if I transfer all that over, I can't share that with anyone. That's all mine. And I can't use any more of that because I can't, well, I could buy another bronze or iron if I wanted to, but I haven't got the funds to do that at the moment. So it's going to be sat there stagnant. Now, this is the key bit. Since being introduced to the African community, and people may require or they may make use of 10% HPT. If they haven't got it, I can give them it. It's as simple as that because I don't need it. Okay. So what I'm saying is it's entirely every individual's choice. Okay. If you like to share, leave it where it is, because from there you can send any amount above 10. I think the minimum's 10 HPT. Winnie, is that correct?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So any amount over 10 HPT can go to anybody's HPT wallet. All you need is their wallet address. Okay. So that, in my mind, would be a far better way for me to be able to share that with any member of the community. What's it doing for me? It's not doing anything for me. I don't need it. So that would please me far more than just transferring it all to my Dowversal account and sitting watching it go stagnant. And let's face it, we have been told there may be other opportunities in the future, but we're not there yet. So it doesn't matter. I would rather help somebody today and tomorrow rather than sit on it in the hope that I could use it in the future. What's the point in that? So hopefully that's given, who was it, B? Hopefully that's given B an insight of my perspective. So let's bring Winnie on. And what do you think, Winnie?
Well, that's it. That's really interesting. I interpreted the question. I was thinking about the pending rewards side of things, actually, but the HPT, that's really good what you said. I have only moved a few over, and I'm going to keep mine in the same way as you, because I've got quite a lot here and there. And I was going to look at what I was thinking.
I see what you mean. There is another perspective to that. Is it the pending from both? Yeah.
So, because I have Hyperverse and I have Hypernation, and neither of them, they're both below 55,000. So I am intending to put them into the same one, but at the moment I've just put my Hyperverse there, and I bought a package. I mean, I'm going to also move the Hypernation, I think, probably, although there was a suggestion by somebody that I could, if I wanted, move that somewhere else and have 2 TFA. But I am going to move it. I don't know what I haven't moved it yet. Just I don't know why, because I haven't got around to it. But that
You've got a good point there, Winnie. B, can you reply in the chat box? Was you referring to the 2 lots of pending rewards? Yes, you're quite right, Winnie. That might be the question. There is 2 questions in that question, because there's pending in both. There's pending in Hyperverse and there's pending in Hypernation. So there is questions there that could be discussed. That's right. So yes, we've covered one aspect, but you have got 2 aspects there, both. That's right.
Yeah, because our assets are HPT and depending, aren't they?
That's right. Well, all we can say then is that there has been word that corporate are going to consider smaller packs. So that's something to consider. Another thing to consider is there's no time scale. So we aren't subjected to a cut-off date, not to what I know of anyway. We've heard nothing. There is no time scale. We don't have to rush and move these assets, which is fantastic, because the last thing we want to do is be rushed into a decision that we may not be happy with later down the line. So yes, Winnie's got another point. You could put it into another separate account and just have it ticking over as a very steady passive TFA account, where you would have no downlines and no generative rewards and so forth. At least you could utilize that. So, and with it being your assets, then yes, I can't see that being a something against the rules, because it's your assets. So yes, looking at it from that angle, it's not breaching the rules, and it's not being greedy, because let's face it, we've all got a Hyperverse account and a Hypernation account. So yes, that's possible. Yeah. So hopefully that's the 2 answers that we're looking for. Ultimately, nobody's got the answer. But what we can do is open everybody's mind and look at all the possibilities. You could send. No, you couldn't send. You can't send 2 lots of pending. Let me think this through. You can only send 1 lot of Hyperverse and 1 lot of Hypernation to the same Dowversal account. So your TFA would only have to be from 1 account anyway, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And
so
I did check with my node manager about, because I wondered whether I needed to send them both at the same time, and what if I send one and buy a TFA, can I decide later? And she did confirm that was okay. So I am in that position. I've moved the Hyperverse, I've bought my pack, and I think I will move my Hypernation so they're all in one. And then then I have the option of buying the bigger
So
package.
she's okayed another TFA. She said that's fine, has she?
No, what she said was what I was worried about, that if we decide to send our Hypernation and our Hyperverse to one account, do we have to do that all at once before we buy the first pack A? That was it.
Okay.
She said, no, that doesn't matter. So I've sent my Hyperverse, I've bought the pack A, and now I can also send the Hypernation for later. They won't do anything if I send them, but I can send them to the same account, and then I will be able to, like with the FRA, the way it was going to be,
like the shared account. So she said you can top that up then.
It's well, it is. Right. It is, but just it's still the one Hyperverse and the one Hypernation account, one Diversal.
Yeah.
It's just there's a delay between when I send them.
Right, I've got you. Confusing, isn't it?
It is a bit, but it's got a bit confused. It's still the basic one of each to one.
I recommended this to the members last week, middle of last week, when I was talking to them. I said, your best bet, each individual, is to get a piece of paper and a pen and sit down for an hour and work out which account is your best option, your primary account. Leon said the HPT could also be used for promotion of new prospects. Absolutely. You know, giving it to new prospects. Yeah, I completely agree. Okay, I did pin a message, so let's go back to that message. It was from Younger.
Yeah, there's a question.
One of the things that I'm interested in is GameFi. Is there a date of that going live? Now, GameFi. Thank you for that, Buddykins. If that was you that put that on there. Where are we? There we are. Okay. GameFi. Now, there was mention of a game coming into Dalversal where members could earn small amounts, where members wanted to be passive, they didn't want to put any funds on the account. And this was going back about 4 weeks ago. I recall a question to Jonah, and somebody asked if I wanted to be a passive member but wanted to speed up my TFA, was there any possibilities of earning and being able to then purchase land? And GameFi did crop up. So Winnie, can you recall that? I can't remember what was said.
Yes, they did talk about a game, that there was going to be a game coming. It would be quite a simple thing that people could do that would earn rewards. Yeah, you've reminded me.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So again, guys, we've got to remember of the huge rollouts that they're doing at the moment. And yes, that's a good reminder, because that's even more exciting. You know, MySpace is going to be mind-blowing, and it's going to really be a game changer. It's going to change the whole outlook of Dalversal for sure. But GameFi, yes. Now, if we think about it, yes, I don't think it'd be long after the introduction of MySpace, because if we think about it, GameFi will be used within the NFT marketplace, if you think about it, because before the rollout of MySpace, I do believe that they're going to have to activate the DAO domain avatars, and your avatars will be used within the MySpace arena. Okay, this is my head just overthinking things, or thinking things through thoroughly. Your avatar is required for MySpace. Within MySpace, you will have, even though it may be a basic marketplace, so that you can decorate your MySpace with projector screens or NFT display boards. So yes, GameFi, I don't think, would be far behind that. I'll have to have a look at the roadmap and the white paper, but that's a good question, that. Yeah,
Yeah,
Game
and maybe we can ask, somebody can ask Jonah that on Sunday. It might be a good.
Good
Yeah.
idea. Good
Yeah.
idea. Excuse me. Absolutely good idea, Yanga. Hopefully that's answered your question, or at least triggered off a question that we can get an answer to. Is there anything else in the chat box?
There was a question also from Yanga. I just wanted to clarify, because maybe we
Can't
confuse
hyphenation
things.
and verse be combined in one hypercommunity address account?
Well, in one Diversal account, they can be both sent to one Diversal account. Maybe, is that what you mean?
Okay, let's try and keep this simple, because my head spins when I'm the type of guy to when I'm unfolding all these, unraveling all these questions, yeah, I look at every angle, and then I get hit with a question like that, and I'm thinking, right, which angle do I look at? Okay, one Diversal account can receive from one Hyperverse account and one Hypernation account. That's correct, isn't it, Winnie?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So it is really as simple as that. Okay. You can't do it any other way because the system won't allow it. So even if you try, it just won't allow it. You won't lose your funds. It'll just refuse to move them because people have already tried and asked me, why isn't this working? And that's the reason why. Okay. So you can't send funds. You can't send, now then, what are the DC? You can't send DC from Hyperverse and DC from Hypernation. That's correct. Is that right? That's right, isn't it?
Say that again.
No, you just can't send them to the community. You can't send them to the hyper community to bundle them together.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
That's right. You can't bundle them together.
Oh, I see. Right. You can't put them in hyper community. That's why. Yeah. They have to be separately. And it can be from any account. So it could be from one person's Hyperverse and a totally different person's Hypernation pending can both go to the same.
I think Leon put a request in before in one of the groups because they were facing this where they needed some funds from Hyperverse, was it? Let me just have a quick look at that.
Yes, I noticed that.
So yeah, let's just clarify on that. Let me bring up let's make sure that members are getting this correct.
If somebody had 3,000 Hyperverse and that's all they had, and they had a friend who had 2,000 Hibernation, they could put it together.
Right, here's a special note just to get everybody on the same road. All Diversal accounts can receive one-time pending rewards from Hyperverse and one-time pending rewards from Hypernation only. That was the special note that we received. Okay. And it will be 100%. You can't split it into two lots. You can withdraw all pending rewards from Hyper Community to any desired Diversal account. Well, that's got to be 100%. You can't split it, which is easy. Yeah, that's it. I'm just going through everything to make sure that we've covered that. Hyperverse pending rewards are in one Hyper Community account, while Hypernation pending rewards are in another Hyper Community account. That's correct. All pending rewards withdrawals from Hyper Community to your Diversal account will be processed as a single lump sum rather than allowing you to select specific amounts. So that just strengthens the 100%. You can't split it. Okay. Pending rewards can't be combined at the same rate. Right. Okay. TFA accounts can only receive pending rewards once, which means that pending rewards cannot be combined and sent to the same account. That's what we got told there. Pending rewards can be sent to the same account. Okay, I'm just going through the notes that I got given there. So hopefully that's cleared that up. Right, Leon's put in there the HPT, yeah, one hyphenation hyperverse equals Dalversal 5K. That's right, yeah. One hyphenation deposit and one hyperverse deposit to, create your 5,000. So, okay, any other input on the TFA program? Anybody want to bring on any questions in the chat box? Let me just have a quick look through here. Let's have a quick interview. We haven't had any intermissions yet, have we? Let's have a quick intermission. I'll be back in 5 seconds.
Metaverse Masterminds, broadcasting live across 5 online platforms: Twitter, Telegram, Discord, Facebook and YouTube. Join in the lively chat and get your messages posted direct into the studio. Live chat is available from the Bureau of Forefront Facebook page and the Metaverse Masterminds YouTube channel.
Okay, guys, has Winnie disappeared? Winnie has disappeared. No, Winnie's still there. She maybe just turned the camera off. Okay, guys, there she is. Okay, so how about we talk about speeding up, the basic way to speed up rewards. Go ahead, Winnie. What do you think? The very basic way that members can speed up their TFA release.
Well, the easiest way to begin is to buy a plot of land.
Yep.
Which can be, well, the smallest thing you can start with is a plot of stone land with 10 USDT.
Yep, USDT or DU. That's right. Yeah. So for a measly $10 put on the platform, members can purchase a plot of land on a Stone Age planet, and that can be a Stone Age planet that belongs to absolutely anyone. Okay. The Bureau of Forefront have got a group of Star-Lord pioneers that work together in order to assist members. So, should you choose them and to support them, that's appreciated. But like we say, you can use anybody's Stone Age planet. So for $10, what do we get then, Winnie? We've got $10. We've put it on to purchase a plot of land. So what exactly does that mean?
Well, to begin with, it means you get 0.6% per day in DU, which is Dalversal units, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
And that gets released to you every day. I think you have to wait maybe 2 days before it starts, and then you get that every day forever. As long as you collect every 5 days, you have to collect, and as long as you don't unstake by mistake. Yeah.
Okay, so for $10 you get a plot of land on a planet. So the significance of that for a start is profound, because what that enables you to do is that alone is like it's making your mark in the metaverse. Okay, because even though you've got a daily reward like Winnie suggested there, the ability to own a plot of land within the metaverse indicates that that's your stake. You can do things with that in the future. Okay, you can take that further. You could either build your house on there, you can build a business on there, you can build an empire on there. The world is your oyster from just that one simple step. Okay, so this is the important thing to not overlook when looking at the very basic first steps of what we're looking at as speeding up your TFAs. So let's not ignore the golden opportunity that just a $10 stake could include. Okay, so Win is absolutely right when she says that every member that stakes a plot of land for $10 for the rest of the duration would be entitled to 0.6% DU on a daily basis. So that would work out at 0.06 a day. So that's 6 cents a day. Is that right, Winnie? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be equivalent to 6 cents a day in fiat currency. Okay. So 0.06 DU on the Metaverse platform. Okay. So what we could look at is, building that up until you get to a sensible level where you could maybe add to the stone land, because does that mean that it has to stay at $10 then?
No, you can top it up to 100, a maximum of 100, and you can top it up as long as you top it up by 10%. You can top it up in increments.
Okay, so in theory then, this is almost like a savings plan, if you like. What we could do is look at even the easiest account. You could say, okay, then if we put $10 on this week, and then next week look at how much would they have to put on. Well, that would be at least $1 or more, because you've got to put $10 or 10% or more of your amount that's staked on there now. So if you've got $10 on there, 10% will be one DU. So say, for instance, if they used it as a $10, say if you put $10 in a piggy bank every time. So that would be a great savings plan. If you put $10 on every week, you could do that up to a certain stage, as long as you make sure that you cover that 10% up until $100. So once you've got your $100, you would be in receipt of
60 cents a day.
60 cents
Yeah,
a day.
0.6.
That's right. So in theory, you could build that up in your account, and you can use those rewards to purchase more, stake more on your plot of land, can't you? You can use that against that. So that would be like staking on top, piling that on top. So that'd be great. So you could build your own plot of land up from simply staking $10, and just keep putting in your rewards and building that up as you save up. It may take some time, but that would be a fantastic way to show members that it is possible from just a simple $10 stake. Okay. Now, when you get to $100, so you would be entitled to 60 cents a day, correct?
Yes, absolutely. And the first stone plot that I bought, I actually put in 100 straight away, which had built up enough since when did it start? It was a few weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I was able to buy another stone plot, and also to top up some bronze land that I bought. So I've already, you can put it back into the system.
Oh, that reminds me, we ought to mention that we've still got another 2 weeks on this special bonus where members have the ability to buy
yes, two stone.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, 2 stone, 4 bronze, and 4 iron.
That's right. I actually took advantage of that second stone plot purchase yesterday when I did that tutorial. So not only did it benefit me, but it benefited members that are watching that tutorial. So that was good value. Yeah, Leon's put 0.06 per day and activate 2 times multiplier.
Ooh, dog sneezing in the background. Shh.
Was that your dog?
Did you hear that?
I did, yeah.
Oh, bless you.
Sneezing. Yeah.
Yes, I bought my second stone land on Buddykins.
Ah, right.
yesterday.
Fantastic. That's right. We like looking after each other's, you know, plots and planets and so forth. So 2 times multiplier. So let's have a look at this then, the market rewards. Let's have a look at that. So we've looked at land plot rewards. Winnie, give us a clue on how you think the easiest way would be to be able to activate your market rewards. So let me just remind you. In fact, let me see if I've got this document handy. If you just give me 1 second, I might be able to. I think this is the one. It would be the one if we can. I think that's the one. That's the one, isn't it? So let's have a look and see if we can. It was the market rewards that we wanted to look at, wasn't it?
Yes, and it's only bronze and iron that we can get market rewards from.
That's right. Yes, I wanted to point that out, and I wanted to just show members that it was bronze and iron. Have we gone past it?
Yeah, we've gone past
I thought so.
Is that on the side?
Oh, there we are. Yeah, at the bottom, market rewards.
Oh,
So
yes.
Stoneland, it's unavailable. That's right. Yes. And market rewards for bronze land and iron land is paid in RC. Okay. So they're resource coins. So that's a different type of reward. Okay. Now, this tutorial, the tutorial series that I'm going to be doing on this is completely separate. And I'm going to be leaving that until probably next week, middle of next week to the end of next week. Because when you look at your downlines and your generative rewards, I've got to put my teeth in to say that, Winnie. And the multiplier, it opens up a wide range of different areas of how you can earn rewards. And there's so many different ways of doing it. I want to be able to do that in separate tutorials. Okay, so what we're just going to have a quick look at in here is the difference between the stoneland and the bronze and the iron. So yeah, quite clearly your market rewards are unavailable on the stoneland. Okay, now it does say somewhere, I think, was it under the TFA or was it further down in here that your market rewards is 2x? I think that was in the TFA, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so that's for another tutorial. Okay, so stoneland gives you the rank of 1. Okay, your stake amount, like Winnie said, is from 10 DU to 100 DU. You can redeem it. Okay, now this is the bit that we've got to be extremely careful of. Some members have redeemed and they didn't realize that once you've lost that ability to stake that stone plot, once you redeem it, you won't be able to do it again from that account. Okay, and there is a fee to redeem that as well. Okay, now this is the bit that I wanted to show you guys. Okay, on a stone land, so don't forget we're looking at the basic speeding up with a stone plot. Okay, with a stone plot, your rewards are unlimited. So like Winnie said, those 6.6 DU a day is unlimited. So the equivalent of 60 cents a day is unlimited. It's not 3x like your bronze and your iron. That's a completely different calculation. Okay, so focusing on the stone plot, you do get unlimited. So you could have that for the duration. Okay, and your rewards are in DU. Okay, and that's a fixed 0.6%, like when you said. And your market rewards are unavailable. That doesn't go towards your generative rewards. Okay, can't see that because that's I think that's all we needed to know on that one, wasn't it? And that just confirms what we were saying. 100, so that's 100 DU multiplied by the fixed 0.6% gives you 0.6 DU daily. Okay, I think that's all we can go through on that slide for this. Okay, that'll do for that one. Okay, so tutorials. The last tutorial I did, Winnie, was by a request from a YouTube viewer, actually. It came as a surprise. And that's another thing I'll just mention before I go on to the tutorials. Our YouTube channels have exploded, absolutely exploded over the last 2 days. Okay. I wondered what was happening because I often log in and make sure there's no comments that need replies and so forth. And since we've been actively engaged with the African community, and they've got these tutorials to look to and learn from and whatever, our views have absolutely exploded. And when I logged in yesterday, I got greeted with a firework display. I've never had that before. Okay, and I looked and I thought, well, what's going on? What's happening? You know, this is crazy. And it was due to the huge impact that the African community has made on that YouTube channel. Okay, with one of the tutorials alone, we had 750 views within 24 hours, which is phenomenal. And we're really pleased that members are starting to get value from those tutorial videos. Okay, we do not channels. This isn't the reason we're doing that, and we have no plans to monetize them at all. We're not doing it for that. We're doing it for the members so that they can get the value of our knowledge, our expertise, and our communication with corporate. Okay, and this is going to go from strength to strength. Okay, we've been in contact with them today. We've got a special broadcast Sunday afternoon. We have been promoting that already, and links to that will be posted nearer the time. We've got the CEO, Jonah Glasgow, as special guest to our Metaverse Masterminds broadcast, which we're absolutely honoured to be able to have Jonah on the show. We've also got King Ben Masiko, the African regional representative, as well as Sergeant Deborah, who's one of the major leaders in the African community, and Sergeant Meng, who has taken a huge role in the American community. So let me just see if Sergeant Meng is available. I know he's been suffering from a bad cold, flu virus or some such thing. So I'll just see if Meng's available. If not, we'll have to wait for his presence on, hopefully, on Sunday afternoon. So Sergeant Meng, are you available? He is in the studio, but I'm not sure whether he's available to speak to the viewers or just give a quick address to the viewers. I've invited him up, but if he's not, then we'll just have to wait for his presence on the Sunday afternoon broadcast. Just give him a second, see if he's available. Nope. No, is not available. So that's okay. That's not a problem. I know he's been suffering over the last day or two. He was in a Zoom call earlier on. Yeah, he's not feeling well at the moment. Okay, just got a chat in the back office. So no problem, Sergeant Meng. You rest up, and hopefully you're well enough to come to that special broadcast on Sunday afternoon. Sergeant Meng's been instrumental in arranging that for the Bureau and the global communities that requested it to begin with. So really looking forward to that, aren't you, Winnie?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. You make sure you're well enough to come, Meng. Can't have you missing that.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
important that he comes to that. And yeah, we've got some great stuff coming up. Well, what can we say? We're at 9:30. We're nearly at 9:30, Winnie. It's an hour and a half into the show. I think what we're going to wrap up, the show. One of the main reasons is General Kev's got work to do. I've got a video intermission to create. I've got an infomercial to create. I've got a script to create, and I've got very few hours to create that in. Okay, so I'll be working hard behind the scenes up until Sunday afternoon. Have you got anything else to say to our audience before we pull the show to a close, Winnie?
Just thank you for being here and asking questions. That's great. And keep them coming. Bring
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
join us on Sunday. Yeah.
And don't forget, guys, we're here for you every day, daily. You know, there's always somebody available to take your questions and answer them. If we can't answer them, that we'll send them off to corporate or tech support. We'll get those answers, as efficient as we can. The Bureau of Forefront members are sterling, doing an absolute sterling job behind the scenes. And now that we've got that better communication channels with management, we're going to be working a lot more closely with them in the future, and all will be revealed in the coming days and weeks as to what that role will be. It's been an absolute fantastic week this week, even though I'm quite tired. And you know, I've got to admit, I will be pleased after the weekend because I'll be able to take a couple of days off. I don't get those days off, but I can take, a little bit more of a back seat and take it a little bit easier. But let's get this Sunday afternoon broadcast over and done with. I can't wait to have those two special guests on our show. It's going to be an absolute bomb. It really is. So, okay, guys, I'm pleased you've all turned up. It's been a great session. I think it's good that we've been able to talk and discuss about the various aspects of the TFA plus the rollout, and hopefully we've gone over most of the questions that members have been bringing to us, not only in the chat box, but in the groups over the last few days. Mika Malcolm, I've got to say hi. I didn't know you was in the chat box. I'd not seen you. So welcome to the chat box. Hope you've got enough info from us. I hope you've not just caught us as we're leaving. But please, anybody, if you've caught us on YouTube or Facebook, don't forget to leave your comments. Let us know what you think to the show, how we can improve them, what you would like us to include. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe away if you like it. Hit the notification bell so that you get notified if we go live. I mean, we're currently twice a week. We're once a week on the broadcast and once a week webinar in the Discord channel. But as we evolve over time, we're hoping to be able to make that 2 broadcasts a week, 2 broadcast shows. Okay, Elder Barry, a big shout out to you too. We didn't realize that you was sat there in the chat box as well. Anybody that puts a message in the chat box gets a shout out too. So welcome to the show. Mika put great progression. I'm so happy I found you guys. Thank you for this. Absolutely, Mika. We've not started yet. we've not begun. This is only the foundation of what we're going into. The Metaverse Masterminds is just beginning to gain ground. The Bureau of Forefront are starting to feel the feet and become more recognised within the Dowversal ecosystem as well. And yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot more of these expert members, Sergeant Meng, Winnie Skibbs, Private Buddykins, who you can see on the panel at the moment. We've got Coach Leon, who's in the he was in the panel, but he's having problems with his connection because he's mobile. We've got Sergeant Deborah, who you'll meet if you come to our special broadcast on Sunday afternoon. Will be 3 p.m, guys. If you're a member of the YouTube channel, Facebook group, Discord group, Telegram group, you'll get the notification of the link that you need to join us on that. Don't forget to share our links, our YouTube channels and whatnot with all your members, your teams, your downlines and so forth. We don't want anybody to miss out of this fantastic show. Okay, over to you, Winnie, for your last words for the community. It's been an absolute pleasure. How about you?
Absolutely. Yeah. Great week. Thank you for joining us, and see you on Sunday.
Okay,
look. Yeah.
Lovely. Bless you, Winnie, and many thanks for co-hosting with me this evening. I'm looking forward to a fantastic show on Sunday. And can we get a hang on, we've got to bring Private Buddykins on. Can we get a wave from Buddykins?
Yeah, thanks.
There's Buddykins. She always works in the background. She doesn't come on live. She's always buzzing around all the chat boxes. We've got a live feed from our Bureau of Forefront Facebook page. So if anybody's coming in from there, Coach Leon was earlier on. Every comment that's put on that Facebook page live video comes through to the studio for everybody else to see. They will see that on YouTube as well. So everybody gets to talk to everybody. That's the beauty of this broadcast show. Everybody on the YouTube channel for Metaverse Masterminds also gets to see the chat from the Bureau of Forefront YouTube channel as well. Okay, so what we're doing, we're intertwining the community so that everybody gets a chance to talk together. That's the beauty of this show, guys. 5 platforms all together. And don't forget, we're going to add the 6th one as soon as we get that availability to take this into the metaverse, into MySpace. Okay, guys, I'm going to pull the show to an end now. It's been an absolute fantastic honor to be here and speak to you, and keep an eye out for that Sunday afternoon broadcast with those 2 super special guests that we've got coming on live via video link up with CEO Jonah Glasgow and King Ben Masiko. Okay, guys, you take care now, and we'll catch you very soon.
Thank you.
You take care. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.